This airline is called Janet. It has existed since the 1970s and still operates today, flying to locations that do not appear on official maps. Every day, its aircraft depart from a civilian airport in Las Vegas and disappear shortly after takeoff. And although almost every insider knows its purpose, it officially remains one of the most mysterious airlines in the United States. Janet is commonly said to stand for just another non-existent terminal, a name that borders on irony because this terminal does in fact exist. It is located away from the public areas of the Las Vegas airport and is accessible only to authorized personnel. No departure boards, no ticket counters, no public access. The airline can be traced back to the early 1970s. At that time, the United States Department of Defense began using civilian aircraft to transport employees to classified test sites in Nevada. The reason was simple. Civilian flights attract far less attention than military aircraft, even when they operate daily into remote desert regions. Janet's best-known destinations are located in Nevada. They include Groom Lake, better known as Area 51, and the Tonopah Test Range. Both locations are heavily restricted, militarily secured, and have played a central role in secret flight testing for decades. Here, advanced aircraft were developed and evaluated long before their existence was officially acknowledged. Janet operates these routes multiple times per day. Flight schedules are intentionally unremarkable. Call signs change regularly, and on public tracking websites, the aircraft often vanish shortly after departure, officially for security reasons, unofficially to avoid creating recognizable patterns. More is known about the aircraft themselves. In its early years, Janet operated various aircraft types, including models from Lockheed and Beechcraft. Later, Boeing 737 aircraft were introduced, painted in plain white with a red stripe. No logos, no airline name, only a registration number. These Boeing 737 aircraft remain the most recognizable symbol of Janet today. The pilots and crew are among the most highly vetted in the country. Many previously served in the United States Air Force. In addition to civilian flight licenses, they require high-level security clearances. They are not permitted to discuss their work, even in private, not their destinations, not their passengers, often not even their schedules. The passengers are bound by similar secrecy. Engineers, technicians, analysts, and military personnel who travel daily to facilities that are rarely discussed in public. For decades, many were unable to tell their families where they worked. Recognition was rare. Silence was part of the job. Despite its close ties to the military, Janet is officially classified as a civilian airline. The reason is practical. Civilian flights are subject to fewer international restrictions and generate less attention. Maintaining this classification has been a deliberate choice for decades. To this day, the Department of Defense has released very little official information about Janet. What we know comes from flight records, eyewitness accounts, and a small number of public confirmations, and that is precisely what makes this airline so fascinating. It is not a myth, it is not a rumor, it is real. And yet, it remains one of the most open secrets in modern aviation. What makes Janet particularly unusual is not only where it flies, but how openly it hides in plain sight. Unlike many classified programs, the airline does not rely on secrecy alone, but on familiarity. Its aircraft are seen almost daily, its routes are known to aviation enthusiasts, and yet its purpose remains officially undefined. This approach is intentional. By operating as a civilian airline, Janet avoids the scrutiny that would come with a clearly marked military operation. No press releases, no public missions, no explanations, just routine flights that blend into the background of everyday air traffic. In this way, Janet represents a different form of secrecy, not hidden through denial, but through normalization. An operation so consistent, so ordinary on the surface, that it rarely attracts the attention it might otherwise deserve. If you are interested in real-world secrecy, classified programs, and the structures behind them, consider subscribing to BlackGrid. New videos are released regularly,